Good evening, guys, from the land of Melbourne. Welcome to a game between VanCamel on the German team from Germany up against Kurnikov on the USA team from Italy. And let's give a bit of an introduction to these players. Kurnikov, a mid-range player, hasn't been in any tournaments and not really part of the competitive community, is trying to win against Mr. VanCamel, a very well-known veteran player. Featured in many competitions in the past. More back in the days though. He hasn't been playing much AS2 or Men of War as of late, but he was one of the best players out there. And let's see how he can come into this tournament really. We're hoping to see some good things because we haven't had a good German player for a while, other than Otto von Brack, who he is replacing. But let's see his grenading. He's known for his awesome micro and grenading back in the days, versus the likes of Staker, Kurnikov. Getting pushed off the center of the western western point going to VanCamel, eastern point going to Kurnikov. So the center is still in contention, one flag each. VanCamel in direct control with the assault squad leader. It's the, what is that? I don't know what that is. Another grenade. Oh, just at the back. Very nice, nicely moved. So using his entire arsenal for the assault squad leader, and Kurnikov with the machine gunner. Oh, just getting totally outshot. Oh no, BAR comes out at the right time and takes out the assault squad leader. So the center point quite empty though. Now because of the assault squad leader, it's VanCamel in direct control taking out everybody. And another assault squad storming the eastern point. I think they've got the numbers though. They've got, I think, around the full, this is the full squad I think on the eastern point from VanCamel, and should be able to overwhelm these three guys. But here comes it, early M20, nice spy by Kurnikov, and will catch VanCamel with his pants down because he has nothing in the form of a counter anytime soon. And VanCamel is running away. May get the sneaky cap behind this stone. No, no, it doesn't. And he's running away towards the center, and a nice counter buy has taken out the entire assault squad. Very well done by the Italian. And a 2-2-2, yep. Looks is not available now because it's too early in the game, but VanCamel does have the MP to counter it. But this is in a dangerous area because the hill right around here does block the line of vision, or the line of the field of attack really, for any of these two players. The M20 is playing safe, running away. Maybe should have dropped the bazooka to one of these infantrymen to ambush this 2-2-2, or maybe I should have even stayed. If I was Mr. Kurnikov, I would have stayed around that vicinity, wait for the 2-2 to come closer and really just take it out. But playing very, very cautiously, I guess, is his way, and probably waiting for another counter. 6-0, VanCamel in the lead at the moment. I'm quite interested to see how VanCamel goes in this tournament. See if he can get back up to speed to where he was back in the days, and maybe even prove to be a contender. So VanCamel in the same group as Staker. Those two will definitely be jostling, maybe for first place. We have yet to be seen though, because that group is rather slow in completing their matches. So pretty much no games have been played. So this is pretty much the only game I have so far from this group. M3 buy should be able to take up 2-2. Nice, safe counter plays by Kurnikov. Very sparse in infantry, as you can see. If VanCamel chose to be a bit more aggressive with his infantry, he could potentially catch this M3 out with his pants down, and even get into better ambush positions below the hill. So, a bit static by VanCamel, but I guess he can be with the points all in his favour. He doesn't really need to become adventurous in his pushing. Kurnikov moving it up for line of sight, moving it back after seeing that. Maybe just wanting to see where the 2-2-2 is. M3 is definitely wanting to take it out. Can he get a shot? Its HE shell was loaded. Its HE shell is loaded. Oh no, look at that. This is one thing in Men of War. You should be able to click a button that says, don't change your shell. I don't want to click hold fire because I want it to still fire. I just don't want it to change the shell. There should be another button like that. Anyway, 2-2 goes down in one hit. Very accurate, the M3. Now the M20 is doing a good job now by Kurnikov. He knows the advantage is gone, and he can now take advantage of VanCamel is gone, and he can now take advantage of this 2-2 death to attack with this M20 Oh, it's what the? What the? That was unlucky. Oh, that was unlucky. What happened there? Was it in a bad position maybe? It was facing too high upwards, or it was reloading? I don't think it was reloading, it was too long. It was staying there for so long. The reload would have finished by then. It would have fired. So that could have been devastating for Mr. Kurnikov. 48-0. I like the way he's moving his strategy-wise, Kurnikov. It seems to just... yeah, he's got the short end of the stick right there. And he's being out-microed off the map really by VanCamel right now. Just being too fast. Doesn't notice this grenade. Ooh, it does. Topples over the... whatever that is. I don't know, is there a description for that little arc? This square arc? What is that for? It's like a little platform, I don't know. Is that actually a World War II thing? Is that meant to be... ah, was that meant to be a bridge or something? Ah, okay, because there's one over here and one on the other side to link to each other. Maybe that was a destroyed bridge. Ah, and those pipes... I've been playing Dev for like 20 years, pretty much. And those pipes are, I guess, what kept it standing. Let me know if you think that theory is right. Dev used to have a bridge right over here. And I suppose the sandbags are cover for each of the sides of the bridge. Makes perfect sense to me. So MG from Mr. Kurnikov in a shootout. All on its own so far. VanCamel contesting the center still, holding on with the skin of his teeth. Kurnikov is. And we have back in the backfield, we have the Brandenburgers finally, and we have the Marines. So choosing, I think, as you would say, there's a choice now. Devil's Brigade are pretty damn strong, and in my opinion, I'll probably go that the majority of times, other than the Marines. The Marines will actually be a choice if I want to be really aggressive and to attack. And that's what he's doing, I guess, right now with the Marines. Nothing here except this one infantryman. He could storm right down and attack. And he's a Panzer IIIN. Interesting buy. I'm watching a replay, by the way, guys, and I didn't ask for the score, but VanCamel did tell me a bit of a spoiler before this, so I knew this was coming. He said he accidentally bought this. I like to watch the replays without getting spoiled too much, so I get excited when I see things. I don't get too surprised. But that case, I couldn't say this was a bad buy or good buy because it was an accident. I think in this map it's okay. In fact, it's funny how it turned out. Scott versus N anyway. Yeah, I guess in this scenario, the N was actually not bad. You can take out the M3, you can take out the M8, you can take out the Scott. Regardless if he says it's a false buy, I think it's a decent buy right now. Marines taking the Eastern, center point. Going to Papa still. Kurnikov, wow, do you see the Scott and the M8 top left? They're doing a decent amount of damage with the HE, look at that. And the N is just trying to focus fire on these. That's probably what I'll do. Try focus fire on the Scott. The main gun's damaged now. And I think Kurnikov doesn't notice. He's direct controlling it, wondering why it won't shoot. Now he's realized. Now he's repairing. So it should be a good mixture, I think, in the top 16. By the way, just to recap, top 2 from these 8 groups out of 6 players will get through. And it's going to be quite a good variety of players from all over the place, I think. Some top players from Germany, Croatia, Australia, USA, Finland, lots of... it's actually proving to be a very multicultural, I guess, standoff. Really, anyone can win this tournament. This is not one tournament where you go into and say, this player is going to win for sure. It's one where you're thinking, he could win, but this guy's out of prac, this guy's not out of prac, so it really is hard to pick who is going to win this. It's a flank from Kurnikov does fail, and VanCamel does take the eastern point again and center. So the pressure, I guess, from VanCamel. Right now, I think the problem with Kurnikov, wow, if I don't see on this guy, the problem with Kurnikov is the infantry flow, really, just getting enough infantry to hold the points, and also VanCamel having so much better micro, it seems, being able to just get his squads out quicker, throw the grenades quicker, and all of that. all that. But I think the timings and the attack, I was seeing that M20 push was quite nice, and that N just killed the Scott with a HE shell. Interesting. I would have chose the AP shell, but the HE shell took it out in one shot. But here's the Sherman. Interesting buy. When the Croc is actually out, he chose the Sherman instead, which is a bit strange. Maybe he just wants to spend it all on the infantry, likes the Marines. But Croc, I think, is the staple here. Because right now, if you look at his MP, 112, 115, it's not much, and he can't really afford infantry support with this out, or any half-track to combine assault with the Sherman. He's got a decent amount of CP. In my opinion, if you have some CP left, 73 out of 100, you should spend it on infantry. Like, just buy infantry squad straight away, just to get the CP up. But he's got a Croc as well. Okay, that was a misbuy against this Sherman. So he didn't know, there's no real use to have two of these on the field. Misbuy by Kurnikov, but it will be able to take the point. And that N is going at the backfield now, shooting away from afar. So 86-0, he's got the better units on the field to support his infantry with and to do damage. Mr. Kurnikov does. Croc coming to the eastern. 50 cals. Sherman's a much better tank at supporting than any of the other German tanks because of the 50 cal at the top. And the Croc, obviously, with the Flamer. Just nothing is better at infantry support, medium tank wise, for any nation. The Sherman is superior with that 50 cal. USA, though, I just want to talk about USA right now with the balance. It's improved a lot with the patch, but the problem with 1v1s is the opening battles are so important, and their assault squads, I think, are overpriced. DMS, I think, do put a bit too much. What's the word? They have a high opinion on the Thompson, is what I'm trying to say. And it's 13 MP, and it's the same price as the Type 100. I think I mentioned to one of you guys before. If I did, please ignore. But yeah, that's why the assault squads, they have trouble keeping up. But maybe with the elite marksman start, they can become better. Panzer Grenadier. This is a Panzer Grenadier, isn't it? No, it's a rifleman. Picked it up from a normal 18 infantryman. Panzerschreck. Let's have a look. Boom! That was unfortunate. So he should have been sending guys up straight away as soon as he saw that first Shrek hit, and to make sure nothing picks up that Panzerschreck. So a bit of poor, I guess, battlefield awareness, unfortunately. Where the end moving towards probably this area right there, so he can shoot over that hill, being safe from any enemy fire, and supporting with some assault squads. So 96-0, quite a big lead, and Papa Kurnikov is holding though, and he's actually captured the center, so the points are now going to start to tick into his favor. M8 pounding away still. I wonder how much damage the M8's done. Hasn't been top scoring. Okay, not too much damage then. The Marder. Ooh, I didn't see that. Okay. Oh, that Sherman's still got the HE shell loaded. Where's that Marder? Take the AP shell, mate. AP shell, come on. Right click. Bam. Okay, now it's anyone's game. Ooh, the N's firing too. N should be firing to HE to stun. Bam! Bit of a comeback from Mr. Papa Kurnikov. And VanCamel is, yeah, not looking too good right now. Maybe puts these SMGs a bit closer to the front, because right now they're not being effective in these shootouts. And right now VanCamel can actually flank so easily down to the southern side. And here is the N pushing up more aggressively, because he knows that, he doesn't know, the Croc is, the Sherman's still out. Sherman just needs to be repaired. Seems like a bit of battlefield awareness micro problem at the moment. Kurnikov just doesn't have the speed, I believe. It seems to be playing quite smart. Their mate's still alive. Sherman, another Sherman coming out. Interesting. That one's still not being repaired. But what he's doing now is not too bad. It can definitely take the point with the Sherman. Just needs more infantry support. There's nothing in front. Lucky VanCamel's not ready. You can see on VanCamel's side, the infantry spread isn't that good either. Oops. There's not much infantry anywhere, even on the eastern and western. So just for the center, the N has been destroyed from that Sherman. And HE shell. Also with the Shermans, they do come with the 75mm. Fantastic HE shell for a tank, medium tank. Out in the field. Gonna go try for that shot on the Sherman. These guys can kill the tanks. Crew injured. Not lucky this time, but we'll get lucky, I'm guessing. Eventually, these guys do counter the medium. Oh, okay, never mind, guys. Anyway, good game, and I would like to see, yeah, hopefully VanCamel will do well. And the next, hopefully next matchup in this group will be Staker versus VanCamel, which should be a very good game.